So the next veggie forward dish I'm making is curry pumpkin soup, and it uses a little bit of an unconventional ingredient. More on that in a minute. I'm gonna start on the soup now, and I've got some olive oil in a pot, so I'm gonna add onions, always a good start, and garlic, always a good start, another good start, and incredible flavor, fresh minced ginger. Love, love fresh ginger. Okay, so I'm gonna sprinkle in a good amount of curry powder. You can basically use whatever curry powder, curry mix that you like. This is just kind of good basic curry powder sold in American supermarkets. All right, now I'm gonna stir this around and add some salt. And then I want these onions to start cooking and the curry powder to sort of wake up. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna stir the whole entire time. Okay, the onions have been cooking. So I'm gonna add the pumpkin to the pumpkin soup. I am using canned pureed pumpkin. But listen, this is nothing but pureed pumpkin. It is not pumpkin pie filling. It's not sweetened. It doesn't have any spices or sugar or anything in it. It's just good old pumpkin. And I am telling you, my mother-in-law, Nan, and I did an experiment one year where we actually roasted fresh pumpkins and then took out the filling and pureed it and used it for pumpkin pie. And we actually preferred the canned pumpkin better. All right, I'm just letting the pumpkin mix with the onions, and then I'm gonna add a whole bunch of veggie broth. What I love about this soup is that if you have canned pumpkin in your pantry, you can basically whip it up anytime. And then I want to add some creaminess, so I'm using coconut milk. I shook it up really well before I opened the can because coconut milk in the can really separates. So you need to just sit there and get your exercise and mix it up. Spoonful of brown sugar. Goodness. And then just a little bit of cinnamon, not too much. That doesn't make it taste like a dessert or a baked good. It just adds a tiny bit of interest and toastiness, I guess, to the soup. All right, look at this, Alex. Do you want to take a little closer look? And the cool thing is the pumpkin is already totally pureed, so you get this velvety, creamy soup. Okay, I'm gonna bring this to a boil and cook it for just a few minutes, and that's gonna give me time to make a really delicious topping for the soup. I love toppings. I can't just serve up soup and call it good. I have to have little sprinkles to put on top of it. It's just roasted pumpkin seeds, chopped cilantro, chopped parsley, some olive oil, a pinch of turmeric, salt, all mixed together. Ooh, look at this. Now you don't have to add the olive oil. You can keep it all dry if you want to, but I love kind of coating them, and it's kind of this delicious kind of glistening topping on top of the soup. All right, so I'm just gonna let this soup heat up, and then I'm gonna serve it up, and then I'm gonna eat it up. Gobble it up is more like it. Okay, soup's on. This is a gorgeous soup. All right, it's very, very thick too, which I love. But you can thin it if you want a slightly thinner texture. You can just add more vegetable broth until it gets to the consistency that you like. Yum! And the topping. And it's kind of elegant. It could be like a first course if you're having a fancy dinner party, or it can just be lunch. Curry pumpkin soup, so easy, takes no time at all, and man, is it scrumptious and hot.